Hi everyone, it's Cole Braithwaite, your commercial real estate investment sales expert, coming to you again with another video really outlining some of the interesting market statistics that can help you improve yourself in the marketplace and really take advantage of some of the opportunities and help you make better decisions going forward. So in today's video, what I've put together is an interesting statistic that we like to track, which is sales in the GTA over 100 million. Now, the reason why we track these numbers is to really give us a high level on what some of the larger institutional investors are thinking, high net worth individuals, as well as pension funds, who really are the large market makers in today's market, and how they feel about the market and the confidence in investing large scale dollars in the GTA. So what I've outlined here is the last 5 years and the trend and difference in the amount of sales and activities that have occurred. So we can start in 2015 where we notice that there's only been 9 sales completed over the $100 million mark. The total aggregate value of those transactions represented about $2.1 billion with an average sale price of about $240 million. In 2016, we saw that number increase to 10, with the aggregate value also increasing to roughly about 2.5 billion with an average sale price of about $250 million. Now 2017 was an extremely hot year, as we can remember, and we saw a record number, 26 transactions completed over 100 million. With an aggregate total value doubling pretty much what they did the previous year to $5 billion worth of transaction value. But what was interesting is that the average sale value of those individual assets went down to about 194 million, or you can just say just under $200 million. 2018 was another great year where we saw about 15 transactions completed over 100 million, with an aggregate value of $4.6 billion. Average price again increased to 310 million per transaction. And then again, 2019, last year was a huge year where we saw 26 transactions also occur over 100 million, $5.7 billion worth of aggregate value. This really indicated the level of confidence that investors had in the market. Now, what's interesting is what we're tracking year to date. Currently, at the time of this recording, is there's only 4 transactions that have occurred. Now, COVID has really affected the confidence levels of investors, really what we've noticed early on. But what we've been finding is that the larger scale investors have, and some of them have come back into the market. And what is interesting about this number is that it's a bit of a lagging indicator in terms of some of the deals that we anticipate closing in Q4 of this year or towards the end of this year, which may increase this number. Now, by no means are we going to get back up to the 26 transactions that we saw, but we may end up hitting something near to what we saw in 2015 or maybe at best 2016. But it's an interesting way to really assess kind of the confidence in the market. I can speak anecdotally from talking with institutional investors during the periods of March till about June, July, where essentially pens were down. They weren't looking at acquiring any more assets, and they put a freeze to a lot of the transactions that they were doing so that they could either A, focus more on their portfolios and shore up some of their assets, or wait for more opportunity to come to the market or more certainty that's available. And interesting, currently right now about 1 billion in aggregate value of those total 4 transactions. And what we scroll down here, we'll just show you just a bar chart of how the trend has progressed over the years. And a year-over-year change, what you can notice is that there is currently at this point, we're about 84%, a decrease in 84% of the number of sales transactions happen, and a negative 81% in total aggregate sales value of all those transactions together. So what I find it interesting is that, yes, we are down right now. I think the second half of the year is probably going to see a lot more transactions completed. And we're kind of in that stage where closings haven't occurred yet, or they're still in due diligence or in their work phase, so we haven't seen those transactions register. So I anticipate this number here to increase slightly, but definitely not more than the peak that we saw in 2019 and 2017. So it gives you an idea of kind of what overall institutional investors are thinking, and gives you and raises some questions for you about what you want to do with your property and how, or your portfolio, and how you want to approach today's market and make decisions going forward. Now, this chart here is available to you. I've included it in the email here, and if you don't receive this email, you're seeing it later, give me a respond to the give me a shout and just send me a quick note or email or give me a call, and I can send you the information over so that you can analyze through these numbers yourself and take a look. But if you have any more questions or anything more specifically you want me to dive deep into as it relates to yourself, your properties, your portfolio, I can provide, or any information you'd love to see on this channel or in any of my videos, upcoming videos that you may find that will be important to helping you make better decisions, shoot me an email and I would love to put it together. But until next time, take care.